What's up guys, this is ShadowSC2 and I'm going to be casting a 1 vs 1 daily that I did. It's going to be Zerg vs Zerg. It's going to have yours truly, ShadowX, spawning in the top right as the blue Zerg, and you're going to have Nighthound spawning in the bottom left as the red Zerg. Now, first thing I want to mention, I am, for people who don't know me, well, for everybody right now, I am a, I guess you could consider it mid to high level bronze. Not very high. I'm sitting at about 1500, and Nighthound is sitting at about 10. He's in bronze as well, but Nighthound is gold in 2v2 and silver in both 4v4 and 3v3. So, you know, not too very good player. I'm bronze and everything. I don't have a 3v3 rating, so, but I don't care much for team games personally. Mainly because I'm not very good at them. But first thing we notice, both of us are sending out our overlords, very standard. Both of us are going for pretty typical standard builds. Notice we're both getting up to 14 drones. Now, at my 14th one, I actually sent it to make an extractor, where he is completely saving up for a spawn pool. Nothing wrong with that. Both plays are ridiculously standards. I'm getting my spawn pool, not much after him. Basically, he's just gonna have one more. He's gonna have 1 to 2 more drones than I do, depending on when I do it. As I'm immediately gonna start getting gas. Now, for most of you wondering, no, I'm most likely not gonna be going for Zergling speed because in the bronze to silver level, unless you bum rush, do some various all-in strategies, Zerglings are not mainly used in the lower levels. Most of the time, most lower level Zergs, like both of us do in this game, are gonna go Roach Hydra, and some of them are even gonna go something like Roach Muta. Now, as you see, I'm going to be doing very typical. I guess it's called the Day 9 build. I think Day 9 calls it the Day 9 build that he showed for a Zerg vs Zerg. I do use it. He's getting a spine crawler. He's not getting his roach more quickly. But Day 9 did a daily a while back about this build. Basically, you get your spawn pool there, constrict this area right here, and then you've got your roach horn right here, which this can actually be a lot closer. And you constrict that area, and for people who rush a lot, now of course I was watching here, so I knew he wasn't rushing, so if I would have seen he was rushing, I would have made some Zerglings. But what you mainly want to do with that is keep these small areas, put maybe a queen there, and then put some roaches there. Like I said, this needs to actually be a lot closer. You see the red click, his overlords coming over here, and as you see, we're both getting our lair at almost exactly the same time. Mine's maybe a little ahead of his. But one of the biggest differences, I'm going with mainly roaches. He's got a spine crawler here. He's got a roach and a drone coming like I did. So very similar styles. My roach comes out a little faster. Spiel on that layer. Got the layers coming up. So we're both going for fast layer tech. Now, looking back, alright, let's look at something else. You got his overlord right there and an overlord right there. That is not a typical place for an overlord to be. I don't want people to think that's where you need to put an overlord, because it's really not. And you'll see why he's got that there here pretty soon. There comes my layer, and his shortly after. Now, this was very peculiar. Most low-level players, Zerg players, do not go for a Nidus Canal. Yes, it's very useful, but most players don't. Now, luckily, right about the time that he did that, I sent an overlord to suicide into his base. So luckily, I'm going to see it. Now, you see, I threw a Hydra Den down. I'm not a big fan of Mutalisks. Yes, they're very useful, especially in Terran games. But I'm a very big fan. I'm a big fan of Hydralisks. I played Brood War, and Hydralisks were just one of the main things in Brood War. And you see, I'm going to see the Nidus Canal. So my first thing is to do is, okay, where is the Overlord? Where is he going to be putting the Nidus Canal? Okay, I don't see anything. Don't see anything. And let's take a look. So right there, I see the Nidus Canal there. I see the Nidus Canal. I'm looking around. There it is. There it is. So I'm gonna send my roaches to go take care of that. And now he's most likely he's gonna cancel it. And then as you can see, he still got that Overlord back there. And my Hydrogen's up. I'm getting the evolved group spines. If you're using Hydralisk, you need this upgrade. You absolutely need this upgrade. Hydralisks are extremely slow units. Now, this was a bad choice. Number one, the Nidus network, after I spotted it, he should have either canceled it or gone a different route. Cancel that one. He's doing a good job of not losing his minerals, not actually letting them die. Let's look at the units lost. He has been losing those. I'm so sorry. Newbie caster here, but as you see, he's losing a lot of minerals, a lot of resources this way. And now he is going to go for a hatchery here, which for low level Zerg versus Zerg, actually not very. This is actually very common. When you have Zerg versus Zerg low level, you're not going to have very fast expansions. Excuse me. You're going to see this armor here, but you're going to mostly see a lot of one base play in the low levels. Now, as you see, he's getting that there. Let's look at the income tab. I'm beating him by quite a bit now. Why is that? Pause. Day 9. I've almost got 24 drones working here. Of course, 6 of those are gas, but I've got 17 drones by themselves on minerals. This is keeping me in the game. This is keeping me above him. Now, how many drones does he have? There may be one in there and one there, but he's got maybe 14 drones on minerals. You do not want that. If you're going one base, you want to have a lot of income. You're going to have to be able to sustain what you're doing. Now, as you see, I do not have as much gas. He got his he got that second gas extremely early, so he's got a lot of gas. Now, why he did that, I'm guessing he did it for the Nidus Worm, because Nidus Worm costs 100 gas. But he has a lot of gas, and he is not doing much with it. If you look, let's continue the game here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 Hydralisks here, and those are 50 gas each, so that's 250 gas, which means essentially I had about 300 gas when I made those. So I'm doing a good job of keeping my resources low. Now I'm making a lot of attack units. So, I missed something. Oh yeah, there was a drone down here that I came and killed. So, and there's an Overlord that I did not notice until later.